For the record, this is hand-plucked tobacco.
Yes.
Last night we went down to River Street, boy.
Parking was horrendous.
One of the ladies, Elise, shout out Elise, told us, to check out Electric Moon. So we got in line for this little taco and tequila thing. But while we was in line, this little white girl came out of Electric Moon, and she started yelling, "The cover is $60 per person. $60. And so we was like, well, fuck that. Cause who finna pay $60 to get in there? He all play motherfucking Gangnam Style.
Like, I do not want to be up there that bad.
No. And then she kept yelling, but then she was like, and fuck these motherfuckers, because last year it was 20. And I'm like, you know what? You right.
Yes.
Fuck them motherfuckers. That's egregious.
They had her fucked up, and they had us fucked up.
So then we got our little tequila, and my margarita was nasty, boy. And then that nigga pissed me off, because that nigga said, oh, it's a pre-made batch. I can't do it with Tito's. And then he proceeded to make the drink right in front of me.
Yeah, something was off about him.
Yeah, because then he started talking about IDs.
At first, I was like, why was he holding up my ID to the light like that?
Because he thought that shit was a fake, and he was trying to play it off.
That's what I'm saying.
He probably had never seen the North Carolina ID.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at mine fine, so I guess niggas in Hilton Head. Savannah is a hop, skip, and a jump, so he done seen the South Carolina ID. We wandered into the Frosty Frog.
I just saw a sign that said daiquiris, and I was like, ooh, I love me a daiquiri. Let's go on there.
But then we went up, and it was a club with a full bar. And it looked like it was young niggas in there. So he was like, okay. No cover.
No cover.
And better music than Electric Moon. When we walked in, they was playing Rihanna.
And better drinks.
Yes, the drinks
were
strong and cheap.
Yes.
Like, we got 2 shots and 2 margaritas, and that was like, what, $30?
I think so.
Yeah, and I gave him a good tip, because that black man back there was working.
They was working him like a slave.
He was slipping and sliding in his Nike high top.
He did not have time to take a breath.
So I say, baby, you doing this. I wish I would have seen this shit. I was being an attentive driver, because I also had a fender bender last night.
And that's exactly why I needed to drink a lot. I wanted to be drunk, because I was so irritated.
Y'all be talking about the YNs. We don't talk about the YBs enough. Like, they be nasty. Nasty. All in all, I'm going to give River Street a solid 3.5 out of 5. But a lot of comedic relief, and glad we stumbled upon the Frosty Frog.
Yes. Frolic down Rotten Street.
Of course, I spent $50 on coffee and grits.
Yep, in the culinary store. And we also went to an antique shop.
Oh, yes. And I found 2 rare comic books for my mother and my sister. And we got a bunch of stickers.
And some postcards, because I love a postcard. And now we are going to Forsyth Park And eats soul food.
Yup.
It's Sisters of the New South.
And then we got a ghost tour.
Yes. Because you love a ghost tour. It's about to get spooky.
I have no idea who did this. One moment I'm sitting in my chair knitting a scarf for one of my girls when suddenly a blow comes to the back of my head. What kind of person does such a thing? The police couldn't find the monster who killed me and two of my girls. I promised them a safe haven from their husbands, but a widow like me can only do so much. You would think one of those awful men had done it, but their alibis are tighter than a jam jar. Poor Maggie and Carrie. 16 axe wounds between the two of them. Maggie was still alive when they found her, but she didn't last much longer than that. The authorities have searched high and low, but they cannot find enough evidence to indicate anyone the suspect. No sign of a break-in, no sign of struggle. Not a sound heard by the neighbors, all in broad daylight, no less. It was as if the crime had been committed by a ghost.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Danny Hansford. Now, you probably heard all about me from your wonderful tour guide here. But I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. That old book, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, is about me. You see, me and Jim Williams, we had an arrangement. I worked part-time in his shop. You know, people call me a street hustler. Now, I'd like to think of myself as an opportunist. Well, you see, one night, me and Jim went out to go see the movies. We both might have had a little bit too much to drink. Shots rang out. Except Jim wasn't the one who got shot. No. I was.
So right now we are doing our vision board for 2025, the new year. Earlier today, we went to Sisters of the New South to get us some soul food.
Woo, bitch. Talk about soul. It was all types of soul on that damn food. We walked in there and it looked run down in the best way possible.
Yes,
Like, you knew everything was clean, but you could tell this was an old spot. And I seen them white people in line. I say, you know the food good when it looked like 1 year after integration in the dining area. I got hamburger steak and gravy over white rice, some collard greens, and some mac and cheese. Because this year I don't need no cents. I don't want no cents. I just want money. So I only ate collard greens. But then my ass got back up. I said, fuck it. I'm getting some fried chicken, because that fried chicken was looking so good and scrumptious. It was calling my name. I devoured them drumsticks in what, a minute.
I got smothered turkey wings, rice, collard greens, mac and cheese, and peach cobbler and sweet tea.
And I had that sweet potato pie literally almost made me cry.
Yes. Even in there tearing up.
Like, I ain't never had sweet potato pie like that in my life. That restaurant, it's gonna get a 5 out of 5 from me, bitch.
Yes.
I wanna go back tomorrow.
Everything was good. I will say my sweet tea, it tastes like it was watered down. As far as the food was good. The mac and cheese was cheesy. The turkey wings.
Yeah, them turkey wings was good as fuck.
And then with the gravy and the rice, ooh. The collard greens are good. They were a little sweet for me, but they were still
Yeah.
So I feel like we knew the food was gonna be good when we walked in.
Well, it's no when we pulled up.
Also, we saw them bitches cooking in their bonnets.
Yo, everybody in the kitchen had on a bonnet. Everybody. I was like, all right.
And they had like so many different sides.
And meats. Now, but I do want to comment on the white people. One of them white men was in there trying to be funny. And he was like, it smells like weed in here. Now, mind you, it was us because we had to smoke. But I looked at him like baby, this is for colored folk. If you have a problem with it smelling like weed, you need to go find the nearest kava. Because them hoes in the kitchen high too, I bet. And then it was some other white people in there with their little baby. And they kept smiling at me and trying to like engage and talk with us. I hate you asked them for them paper towels.
Well, I mean, we needed it.
We did, but why is you in my face when I'm trying to eat? And I was trying to eat, bitch. Like, I was eating nasty. Like, I was eating ferally. Because that shit was so good. Shit make you eat primitively.
And listen, we were quiet as fuck
eating. And y'all just steady smiling in my face.
And talking. Baby crying.
And baby just crying.
And baby was hungry too.
But you too busy looking at us. And when I walked out, the man looking at me like that nigga was trying to get cast in Smile 3.
I wish we would have done more activities surrounding like the Black history of Savannah.
Yeah.
But given the holidays,
all them shits was closed.
Like the museums were closed.
Them niggas said they off somewhere drunk.
As they should be. So we did a ghost tour tonight.
Now, one, I think the tour was definitely overpriced. They told us ghost stories. Okay, but Savannah is really motherfucking haunted. She was like, does anybody know what a necropolis is? And I was like, a city built on dead people. And that's what Savannah is. Like, every step you take, you are stepping on thousands of people's dead bodies. Literally every step you take. All of Savannah used to be like a Native American burial ground. And then when they founded Savannah, the tour guide was telling us they came and they put bodies on top of that. And then slaves, bodies on top of that. She pointed out where a bitch buried in the sidewalk in front of a damn banana republic.
So I thought the tour was very informative.
What was your favorite story?
I think it was interesting how niggas was burying people alive because they didn't know what comas were. That's actually horrifying.
It is, and that's why they had to start putting them bells. That little tour guide, Sabine/Emma, she was making me chuckle. Yeah. I like corny, dry humor like this.
Yeah, her jokes were very dry and corny, but it works for her. But the actors, the first lady, she ate. She did what she needs to do. But the second man,
I don't know what was wrong with him.
His accent was.
I don't think they talk like this in Savannah. Well, whatever the fuck, I can't even mimic it.
Yeah, his accent was very off.
He should have just stuck with a good old Southern drawl. I think my favorite story. All the stories were good. But something about that bitch burning her kids up in the furnace. Like, I know that shit is not funny. But basically the story went like, this bitch and her husband had 10 kids. And one night they was playing hide and go seek. And she found 8 of the kids, but she didn't find 2 of them. Which I guess this bitch just forgot and was like, okay, dinner time. And then so she washed the dishes and still only noticed like she had 8 plates and not 10 for the children. And then apparently she was like, well, they around here somewhere. But then the bitch got cold. So she cut the furnace on. But apparently them last 2 children was still playing hide and seek and they hid in the furnace.
That's how you know. Okay, you
got too many motherfucking kids. And you too what is it, lackadaisical?
Yes.
You too lackadaisical. Because the moment you noticed them other 2 children wasn't, you should have stopped everything you was doing to go find them.
Because nobody gotta eat.
And like, you done made dinner. She said, hell, 8, that's a majority. Well, yeah, that was the tour.
It's our last day. And we are going to Foxy Loxy Cafe.
The Loxy Foxy.
Yes.